After analyzing the data we collected from the Kartoba's sister ship, we've been able to determine what happened in the Nebula. While the Kartoba was able to limp to Karak, this ship instead must have tried to hide here. They soon resorted to preying on ships passing through the Nebula. In time, the Nebula became off-limits to all shipping. They developed hyperspace inhibitor technology to trap prey from far away without leaving the safety of the Nebula. Eventually, it became the center of their existence, and ultimately, their religion.
Anomaly detected. Override engaged.
Sensors detect a vessel here. It doesn't match any of the profiles we have encountered. Send in a team to investigate. We are detecting various ships surrounding the alien vessel. They appear to be inactive.
Hi everyone and welcome back to Homeworld Remastered. This is a fairly short and, I'm going to say, a little bit of an exploit of a mission really. You guys might be aware that while I am majorly behind the idea of stealing opponent ships, I'm wondering if this one's going a little too far. What's basically happened in this level is that because I have a full fleet, the ships that are over by the derelict, there are a lot of them, and that's to do with the difficulty scaling, the way that the game works. Because I've got a maxed out fleet, this means that, well, it's pretty maxed out I think. Because I've got a maxed out fleet, this means that the game will basically spawn assault frigates to try and form some form of balance. And you'll get a good look at that in a second. Now, because I know how this mission goes out, this is why I have 60 attack bombers here in formation, and I also have 10 scouts which are over there flying interference. And the idea that I have here is that the derelict is actually controlling the ships that are around it, and we need to destroy it in order to release that field. Unfortunately, we can't use capital ships for this because the derelict will gain control of our capital ships if we do this. I'm not too sure what it's like with corvettes, but I decided not to take the risk. Also, one advantage with smaller ships is that they also have access to the ability to kamikaze, and we will be seeing that as well. Basically, this turns into a DPS race before we get overwhelmed. And yep, that fleet's just coming into view now. Look at what we've got here. Assault frigates by the... there's a lot of them. There's a couple of multi-beam frigates, and there's a missile destroyer in that
under
one
attack.
as well.
Attention, those ships are operational. We believe the control center is the alien vessel. It should be neutralized.
Group 7 standing by. Strike group.
Well, thank you very much for that ray of sunshine command. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just getting my scouts, and you can see my scouts are pulling the enemy fleet away, but they've not really... they've done sort of a job, but that fleet's moving back now, so... the only thing I can do, I've not done a very good job of this, so I'm literally just sending all my ships in, and my attack bombers are just going to pound that ship and hopefully disrupt the control field. I don't really care if I lose my attack bombers here, because even if I lose all of them, that's about 6,000 RU, which is the equivalent, I think, of about 7 of those ships, so... we're going to see what happens here. Yep, there's multi-beam frigates firing at me as well. This is a complete slaughter that's going on at the moment, so I'm just trying to do as much damage as I possibly can to that ship. And you can see my scouts are actually kamikazing in. Bang, there they go. I don't have any scouts anymore. But to be honest, that's not a big deal. And you can see my attack bomber numbers are dwindling, but they're still in there and they are still causing damage. And we don't have to destroy the derelict, we just have to disrupt the field. And I'm doing my best at this point just to try and keep my attack bombers alive, and also to just do as much damage as possible, because this will turn out for the best, believe me.
Our weapons are having minimal effect on the alien vessel, but each strike causes a tiny fluctuation in the control field. Direct all fire at the alien ship in an attempt to disable the field.
Yep, that's kind of what I'm doing, Command, and thank you very much for the advice. It's appreciated. Honest.
Ready. Enemy.
Alien vessel neutralized. While the field was up, they were able to analyze the alien control system. We now have control of the foreign vessels. Send a salvage team to further investigate the alien ship.
New research available. New capital ship.
After seizing the missile destroyer, construction reports we can now build a similar vessel.
Yes, Command, that's very, very nice. Missile destroyers are incredible against fighters, but the other thing I want you to look at is this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at everything that I have taken here. Look at it. It's over. I have over 60 frigates. This is ridiculous. I have taken something like 40 assault frigates. Oh, and these 2 multi-beam frigates as well. They're here as well. But look at this. This is absolutely insane. Who the hell? Look at these numbers. 68 frigates. That's what I have now. I'm not going to be able to build any more frigates ever. This is absolutely absurd. I've even got the extra destroyer online because of the missile destroyer. I'm not going to be able to build any of them either. Unbelievable. So, yeah, for those of you who thought that I wasn't stealing enough stuff, there, I just stole a lot of stuff. It's not going to stop me, by the way. There's plenty of other stuff to steal in the game, but I'm definitely going to be stealing as much as possible. Looking at this, maybe the alien vessel won't control corvettes, but then again, we did have to disable it before the salvage corvette got in. I might test it again at some other time, but for now, I'll leave it, I think. But yeah, I'm a little bit worried in one way, because we now have an absolutely astoundingly huge fleet. But the downside of this, of course, is that the game does adapt in a way, or yeah, it adapts to you having a load of ships by pumping out more ships. So there's certainly a couple of missions coming up where I just feel like this could go completely and utterly bananas. And we could end up with some very, very serious sort of Battle of Endor style fleet action going on, which I'm not going to be able to control. But for now, we'll just enjoy the fact that we have got an absolutely ridiculously huge fleet. I'm not too sure on the exact composition of our fleet at the moment, but I think that there was at least 40 assault frigates in what we stole there. So we're looking at about 40 assault frigates, 10 drone frigates, 9 multi-beam frigates, and the rest made up of ion cannon frigates, something along those lines. So, yeah, it's a big fleet that we got at the moment, and we'll just wait for our salvage team to come back here. Can't imagine what I've built there for those RUs, but never mind. Oh yeah, I've built a load of defenders to go with my attack bombers. That's what I've done. Well, let's see what the salvage team have discovered.
Salvage team docked. The alien ship is millions of years old. Its purpose is unclear. Research Division reports it has developed plans for gravity warping technology based on the alien control field. We advise commencing research immediately.
have known of this ship, but could never approach it. We are particularly vulnerable to its influence. The Bentusi would like the information you have acquired. It will be transferred automatically if you choose to trade.
Collection confirmed.
The information was successfully transferred. Thank you.
The Taidan are determined to destroy us. Will you help us defeat them?
Conflict is not our way. We will bring your cause to the Galactic Council. The Taidan rule the Empire, but even they must answer to the Council.
Hyperspace module fully charged. Engage at your discretion.
3 awesome pieces of technology on this mission, really. We can now build missile destroyers, we can also build carriers thanks to the Super Heavy chassis, and we can also build gravity well generators, which are brilliant at taking on fighters. Could really have done with them when facing the Kadeshi, but never mind. Anyway, very quick one today, guys, especially if you know how to take on the mission, which obviously I do. So, this is Boomer, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.